God says, "This can't wait any longer, my child. You're here for a reason. You're not hearing these words by mistake. You can hear them because my timeless plan is playing out in your life." That's exactly what I meant, not just a random occurrence. I created this moment to get you thinking. The assignment I have for you, which you weren't even aware of, has been waiting for this moment to kick off. The wait is over. The time of uncertainty is over. Hey, I'm calling you to take your place. I knew exactly who you were long before you even realized I was around. So, here we are. The moment has finally arrived, and the path I've set up for you is starting to come into focus. The path to your hidden calling is now open and ready for you to explore. You're not just being asked, you're being sent out on a mission. You might think you don't have what it takes, my dear child. I'm noticing how eager you are to follow instructions, but I'm not really seeing what you can do. I'm not really interested in finding people who are all set and ready to go. I get everyone ready that I call upon. My dear, you've been called to join me in this creative journey, and I'll be guiding you along the way. From here on out, your journey is going to take a different turn. Your circumstances will change. Challenges may come your way, but the strength I offer you is greater than any obstacle. Your strength comes from that. It's not about what others think. It's about what I'm asking you to do. There's no need to seek anyone else's approval when I've picked you. So, it might seem like everything around you is just the same tomorrow. You'll be transformed, my child, because now that this calling is awakened, you're not living a regular life anymore. You're now my go-to, helping me create changes that match what I want. Things that used to bother you are going to fade away now. What used to scare you will now turn into the power I've placed in your hands. Your presence really changes the vibe around here. Don't underestimate what I've given you, my child. Don't ignore that quiet feeling inside you that hints at something more. That inner certainty is not just a figment of imagination or a show of pride. You've been operating at a level that's not quite what I had in mind for you. But now things are different. I've picked you to take on something new. The assignment I have for you, which you might not even realize yet, has been waiting for this moment to kick off. The wait is over. The time of uncertainty is over. Hey, I'm calling you to take your spot. I knew exactly who you were long before you even realized I was around. So, here we are, and it looks like the path I've set up for you is starting to come into focus. The path to your hidden calling is now open for you. You're not just being asked, you're being sent out on a mission. You might think you don't have what it takes, my dear child. I'm noticing how eager you are to follow instructions, but I'm not really seeing what you can do. I'm not really interested in finding people who are all set and ready to go. I get everyone ready that I call upon. My dear, you've been called to join me in this creative journey, and I'll be right here guiding you along the way. From here on out, your journey is going to take a different turn. Your circumstances are going to change. Challenges may come your way, but the strength I offer you is greater than any obstacle. Your strength comes from that. It's not about what others think. It's about my decision to bring you on board. There's no need to seek anyone else's approval when I've picked you. So yeah, the world around you might look pretty much the same tomorrow. You'll be transformed, my child, because now that this calling is awakened, you're stepping away from a regular life. You're like a tool I'm using to help create changes that match what I want. Things that used to bug you are going to fade away now. What used to scare you will now turn into the power I've placed in your hands. Your presence really changes the vibe around here. Don't overlook what I've given you, my child. Don't ignore that quiet feeling inside you that hints at something bigger. That inner certainty is neither a fantasy nor a sign of arrogance. You've been operating below what I had in mind for you. But now things are different. I've picked you to take on something new. The purpose I set for you has been protected through all the challenges. Whenever someone disagreed with you, I allowed it for a reason. Why is that? The person opposing me saw something that you might have missed. He noticed what I had placed inside you. Some people tried to bring you down with their words, my dear. People are looking to break you down. things that are meant to hold you back. It wasn't about who you were back then. It was all about what was inside you. I noticed your identity in the dark realms way before we ever talked, but you pushed through. Why is that? I've kept you safe until I could share this calling with you. This moment isn't just a signal, it's a purposeful action. You really don't have to worry about everyone getting it. What you're going through isn't something everyone needs to see. It's part of my growing design. It seems like your spirit is going through a unique time, filled with challenges, awakening, and the chance to push beyond your limits. This isn't just some comforting words. It's a call to action. You're all set up now. Your usual way of living has taken a different turn. I'm highlighting those I hold dear, my special one, and you're definitely part of that circle. Let go of any doubts when facing this reality. I don't make mistakes. I offer support for a particular purpose. I'm calling you in and getting you ready. I'm moving forward with purpose. That part of you that's been lying low is just about ready to wake up and make some waves. I've made my decision. Your call is currently busy. People have been keeping an eye on you. Your identity has been spoken about in unseen places. Everyone always knew you were here, not from the forces of darkness. You weren't just special from the moment you were born. It was the very second you came into existence that set you apart. I marked you with my sign, and the darkness took notice. I don't have any minor assignments for you. No matter how hard you tried to blend in with the crowd, it just wouldn't work. You carry something that comes from forever. There's something that draws in the unseen world. This is why it seems like you've been singled out, my child. What do you think caused the resistance you faced, even though it seemed like there was no clear reason for it? Why were you attacked before you even took a stand on anything? The reason is that the person who challenges me noticed it. He has a knack for spotting potential before anyone else does. You didn't follow up on this, even though it was given to you. You were recognized in ways you can't even see by powers that are a mystery to you. But deep down, there was a part of you that just kept pushing through. You know, you could have just given up. You might have looked away, but you didn't, my dear, because deep down, something inside you remembered what your mind hadn't quite grasped yet. There's more to the story. Right from the beginning, people were watching you. Even when you felt completely broken, there was a protective presence watching over your spirit. Every single moment of falling apart was seen. Every time you faced rejection, it definitely left a mark. I've been keeping track of your life story, my child, not to highlight any flaws, but to show just how resilient you are. I really appreciate those who keep pushing through. I really respect them. The signs you show are my way of understanding your true self. The darkness has a reason for keeping an eye on your journey. Every time you looked for healing, something shadowy tried to hurt you again. Every time you found a glimmer of hope, it seemed like something was right there trying to snatch it away. That wasn't just a coincidence. That was the unseen world keeping an eye on you. The darkness still lingered around you. It's not about where you were at that moment, but rather where you wanted to go. Your presence alone throws a wrench in the plans of darkness. Some of your earliest memories hold hints of struggles you didn't quite understand back then, my dear child. Maybe you figured those tough moments were just part of the whole growing up experience, just some bad luck, or maybe folks not being very nice. But in the hidden world, you were already there. Hey, I noticed. The person who opposes me moves fast when they catch on to what I'm aiming for in life. He's trying to get in the way of the future I have in mind for you before it even gets a chance to start. Your past suffering wasn't a punishment. It was a bit of a challenge at the start. But here's the amazing part. I've always been here, keeping an eye on you, my child. Not even when you questioned your own value. I kept my eyes on you the whole time. Not even for a moment did I look away. I always believed that the tough times wouldn't get the best of you. It'll make you stronger. The eyes that noticed your pain are also watching you rise up. The same presence that was there with you during your tough times is now leading you to the work I have in store for you. This is the reality of your life, my dear child. You were never really by yourself, not in the darkest depths, not in the lowest spot. I was watching your journey, guiding your steps, letting in only what would help you grow stronger for the future. You might see those times of waiting as just delays, my child, but really, they were all part of my plan. The doors that stayed shut were kept that way for your safety. I let go of some connections to keep safe the work I have in store for you, my dear child. Think about the path you've taken. Every tough moment, surprise, twist, and missed opportunity had its purpose. Every challenge has played a part in shaping who you are. Every disappointment helped you learn and grow in a deeper way. Just so you know, the attention you're getting from the divine realm is about more than just keeping you safe. It's all about acknowledging your special place. You can't just think of yourself as one person in a crowd anymore. You aren't, and you never have been. You know that feeling of being different you've always had? Well, now there's a clear explanation for it. It's not weird. It's like being picked out for something special, meant for a particular purpose. The challenges you've encountered really show just how important your life's purpose is. If there's nothing there, no one really bothers trying to take anything from it. An empty house just doesn't attract any trouble, does it? The resistance you feel is always tied to how important your calling is. You know, my dear, you've been shouldering this burden for quite a while now, and it seems like you haven't really understood what it all means. But now things are starting to make sense. You're being watched because you pose a challenge to those who are against me. When I look at you, it's all about guiding you and making sure you're safe. When the opposing forces are watching, it's all about trying to undermine and instill fear. You've experienced both kinds of attention, but things are changing. When you really get to know yourself and start to see the hidden tasks meant for you, that pressure won't feel so scary anymore. It'll actually give you a boost, since you'll get where it's coming from. Don't overlook those intense dreams you experienced, or the times when everything felt like too much to handle. Those were hints that your special role was starting to wake up. If you felt like there was a spiritual presence keeping an eye on you, it probably was real. So, it looks like your awareness is coming together with the task I've set for you. What used to seem like spiritual interference is now turning into clear guidance from me. You might not have realized how important you were, my child, but others definitely saw it. This is why some folks responded to you in ways you might not have seen coming. This is why you never really felt like you belonged. This is why even the people who cared about you sometimes had a hard time getting you. Going beyond what feels comfortable. You're not here to just replicate what you see around you. You're here to reflect my true self. This is why people might not get what you're going through. It's not meant to make sense to them. It really only adds up in the reality we can't see. Your moments of uncertainty are coming to a close. You're about to see things more clearly now. It wasn't just luck that made you unique. It was for a sacred purpose. I was working on something within you that was invisible during the process. It needed some peace and quiet, a break from all the eyes on it. So, what was created behind the scenes is finally going to be revealed as your true purpose. You were always fit, never unfit. You were just getting prepared. You've been holding on to something for quite a while, my dear child. It's something you might have tried to brush off, suppress, or rationalize. An extraordinary talent, a profound inner glow, a unique way of perceiving the world. But this ability has always been there. It just sat there, nice and calm. It nestled right into the heart of who you are, just hanging out until your inner self was ready to take it on again. It's that time again. This ability has always been there, my dear. Even when people joked about it, even when you didn't quite get it, my dear child, even when you had your doubts, it was always there. It was there for you during all the tough times, through every misstep you made, and in those moments when your true self felt distant. It didn't begin with you. It moved through you, coming from me. I placed something in you that time couldn't fade and struggles couldn't take away. You haven't really gone beyond the important reason I created you for. All you have to do is release those outer layers that were covering it up. The world wanted you to fit into its mold, but the inner light I gave you just wouldn't bend. That brightness is what made you feel that inner pull, that sense of not being quite settled, like something was missing, because nothing on the outside matched the depth of what was hidden inside you. This is the reason your inner self felt a bit uneasy. I just can't let you settle for a peace that's not real. I'm going to shake things up a bit to get you moving on what I brought you here to do. I'll help you explore the deepest parts of yourself until you discover the purpose you were meant to fulfill. Even so, this ability kept trying to grab your attention. Even when you were silent, you had a gentle way of communicating. Even when you were feeling worn out, it was right there beside you. What I give, I don't take back. This means that every mistake you've made, every challenge you've encountered, and every moment you think was wasted really isn't a loss. You can change what's still within you. What I started with you, I'll make sure to finish. Some folks mentioned you were a bit much, my dear child. You're feeling things pretty intensely, and you're really tuned into what's happening around you. But that strength didn't come from confusion within you. Your inner self just had a way of knowing, didn't it? You got it right, no doubt about that. That was the plan all along. You really noticed what others just went along with. You sensed a burden that others didn't even notice. That wasn't just a coincidence. That's why I created you. You felt like you had to keep this ability under wraps since the people around you just didn't get it. They attempted to break down the sacred aspect of you using common concepts. So, you went along with it for a bit, but now things have changed, until the moment arrived when your true self just couldn't keep it all in anymore. People often say you should downplay your strengths, tone down your inner light, and alter what makes you unique. I'm here to help you really embrace it, to express yourself from that place, and to let it guide you. You're getting back to the way I created you. This ability is your path ahead, your guiding light, your shield. No need to apologize for that. You've got to put it to work. I really believe that what you have inside you is exactly what my hidden world needs. Your once doubted ability is now your greatest strength. It'll guide you along the path. Find out what's beneath the surface and lend a hand to others. If you've been dreaming more often, picking up on things, and sensing what others might overlook, my dear, that's this ability coming back into focus. It's like my spirit is gently nudging that inner wisdom that's always been there, even if it feels quiet right now. Hey, it's time to focus on this. You're not turning into something strange. You're really starting to embrace your true self. More connected, more understandable, more vibrant. If you turn away from this ability, you're turning away from the very reason I created you. I'm not going to let you hold yourself back any longer. Not when there's so much riding on your willingness to go along. Stop saying sorry for what you understand. It's time to stop downplaying what you know just to make others feel at ease. You won't doubt what you see just because others might not see it. It's time to stop second-guessing what you know. Guess what? You're back in the game. This special gift you have, my dear, isn't just meant for you. It's a way for someone else to find their freedom, a tool that helps another person move ahead. Your words might just be what someone else needs to hear to gain some clarity. Your light could be the only guide they have when things get tough. This isn't just a passing thing. This time feels really special and meaningful. You're right where you need to be, my dear. Stop trying to explain the warmth that burns inside you to those who have only ever felt the cold. Walk now like you know you're special. You're about to enter a really special place now. The way I made you is pretty special, and it's not really something you can just decide to use or not. It's necessary. It's really important. The world really doesn't need more folks who are just like everyone else. It really needs that strong, free spirit that you have. There's something about your journey that I really want you to get. My dear, the darkness was aware of it even before you were. It always picks up on these things pretty early. The person who's against you isn't going to sit around and wait for you to sort things out. It responds right away when I recognize your identity. Before you even said a prayer, before you started to get a grip on spiritual things, the darkness has definitely noticed you. People didn't see you for the strength you had back then, but for the strength I believed you would grow into. The enemy recognized the purpose I had for you, even before you realized it was within you. This is why challenges seem to come your way right from the start. The challenges that seemed unjust weren't just a matter of bad luck. They were actions that were planned out in advance. The darkness tends to shift rapidly whenever something significant is concealed. It tried to hold you back when you were little, so you wouldn't grow into the person I always hoped you'd become. Guess what? You're still here. You know that weight you felt when you were younger? That uncertainty and the sense of being all alone? It wasn't just about how you felt. It was all about spiritual resistance. They attempted to hush your voice before it had a chance to really be heard. They attempted to bring you down before you even figured out how to protect yourself. They tried to dim your inner light before you found your true calling. But they didn't come out on top. Every trap they set turned into a lesson for you. You weren't really open about your feelings. You were the one they had their sights set on, with plans made just for you. And the challenges didn't just fade away as you got older. The more you tried to understand things, the tougher the battle seemed to get. Whenever you had a clear view of things, doubt would just pop up. It seems like every time you really stood your ground, someone you thought you could count on ended up letting you down. It feels like every time you take a step forward, there's something pulling you back, doesn't it? But that didn't mean you were failing. That was definitely proof. The forces that looked after your family's past, those old mindsets that held others back, recognized that you were unique. They realized that if you ever really came to understand who you are, their hold on you would be shattered. Looks like they made their move early. They whispered things that weren't true, made you feel like you didn't belong, and left you feeling all mixed up. Not to completely break you down, but to weaken your resolve a bit. You've gone through some tough times, facing hidden battles and inner struggles. There were moments when your spirit felt drained, as if something valuable inside you was being pursued. Every tough moment you faced just highlighted this truth even more. Your purpose here on earth is significant. It's important. You're not only focused on your own future, you're like a bridge connecting me to a past that's been tough. You've been through a lot more than most people. It's not that you're cursed, it's just that I've picked you for something special. It seems like the load has been feeling a bit heavier lately. This time, you're moving with strength and a fire burning within you. Absolutely, the darkness sensed this was on the way before anything else. So, now you get it. When someone I've picked really understands themselves, it changes everything. Your words really matter. Your prayers have strength. It's great to have you here. It's not just about living, it's about making a difference in your surroundings. Life isn't just about going through the motions. You're following a path I've laid out for you. You really influence the people around you. You're kicking off something fresh. Hey there, my dear child. You were never really weak. You know that? I've always been looking out for you. Now that you get the special abilities I've given you, things are really starting to happen. You're about to experience things that your family members before you never got to see. You're on the verge of putting an end to all those lies that made you hide who you really are. This is for anyone who's been feeling really drained by the struggle, for those whose unique paths felt like a burden, for those who had something to say but found it hard to express. It's time for your strong voice to be heard again. There are some others I've set aside, not seen yet, just waiting to be sure. If these words resonate with you, my child, you're not just hearing them. You're really a part of this important work I'm leading. There's a big shift happening inside you, and it's clear that going back to the way things used to be just isn't an option anymore.